Hi there and welcome to Tuesdays with Annette. Thank you for joining me today because we are going to have so much fun in the kitchen because I have a little helper, Tam Wrigley. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I know, we're going to have so much fun because if you haven't been watching, excuse me, where have you been? But I actually fell over, I slipped on some wet tiles and broke my humerus bone at the top here. So I can't chop, and so I've had lovely assistants coming in and helping me, and we're having so much fun here. And today, what are we making, Tam?
We are making some yummy smoked salmon pasta salad.
Yes, it's out of book 7. Let's have a look at the book.
Book 7.
That's it. Yep, this is the book, and the recipe is just there. So it's a fantastic one if you like smoked salmon, and if you go, no, I don't like it, because I must admit I'm not a big fan of smoked salmon myself, I will tell you how to make it differently, so hang in there because I've got 3 different alternatives if you don't want to have smoked salmon. Now this recipe is on the website. The smoked salmon pasta salad is there for you to download, and hopefully you've got the ingredients like Tam has at the front here. She's already washed her hands because we decided to be quick and fabulous. But before we get into it, I know you're excited, let's talk about last week's rock cakes. Diane was fabulous and we thoroughly enjoyed all those rock cakes all week because they freeze so well. But I have 3 fabulous winners, and it's Leonie Easterbrook, Elizabeth Rafter and Heather Hollidge. All won a personalised copy of the book, which was book 3. And some of them picked the cooking one too because it's in both. But today it's all about Love and Book 7. So let's just look at the ingredients we need. And hopefully if you're making with us, you've got it all out like Tam has. So take it away.
I know, I'm loving this recipe. I'm a big pasta salad person. So we've got about 2.5 cups of your small pasta shells here. They've already been pre-cooked, but cook them as per the packet.
Yeah, so it's 2.5 raw. And then you boil it.
Boil it. Yep. We've got 1/2 cup of capsicum, 1/2 cup of cucumber. We've got 125 grams of the low fat, so 40% fat-free Philadelphia cream cheese, spreadable. We've got the 125 grams low fat of the cottage cheese, 1/2 cup of skim milk. We've got 1/4 cup of your red onions or Spanish onions.
Yes, whatever you call them.
3 tablespoons of capers. We've got 1/2 cup of frozen peas, which we're about to cook in a minute, and about 1/4 cup of cracked pepper.
Yes.
Sorry, 1/4 teaspoon of cracked pepper and 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard.
Now, just talking about the smoked salmon, why don't you get those peas in the microwave? Yes. I just want to share that with you because I want to be healthy and fabulous with all my recipes, and smoked salmon is very high in salt or sodium. So this is the brand that we're using today that I recommend because it is 50% less salt. It's salt reduced, 50% salt reduced. And we just get that in the supermarket. We need 2 packets of that for this recipe. So and the other change in the recipe before we get into the chopping and goodness knows what we're going to do today, there has been a change of ingredients because I love you, Woolworths and Coles, because you changed the things on their shelves as well as the products. And in the recipe it says extra light Philadelphia. It's gone. They don't have it anymore, but they've replaced it with a fantastic, it's 40% less fat. So you'll see it just there, it says 40% less fat, and that's the one you want to use for this recipe. And in the breakdown, it has changed a little bit. I'll tell you about that as we go. But I'm excited for you to get started, Tam. So what are you going to do first?
I'm going to chop the 3 tablespoons of capers first.
Great.
Get them out of the way and into our bowls. We'll just tip them out. And look, we're just going to roughly chop them.
Yeah. Now, capers are a really tangy little product. You know, they're really quite, some people find them a bit strong. But in this recipe, mixed in with all the beautiful sauce, it really kicks it up, and they go so well with smoked salmon. Absolutely, don't they?
So just a little rough.
Yes.
Rough. And we've got a bowl here.
Yep. Yeah, let's bring that over there. Oh, look, hello, if you're just joining us, this is the fabulous Tam Wrigley, social media extraordinaire, and Tam's helping me cook today because I'm injured, and we're making the smoked salmon pasta salad. So we've just chopped up the...
roughly chopped the capers, 3 tablespoons. We've got 180 grams of the smoked salmon, reduced salt, smoked salmon as well. So we're just going to chop that into like 1 centimetre cubes.
Yeah, and I mean, because smoked salmon's quite thin, just be, Don't have to be pedantic about it. You just want to break it up so that you can get it on your fork and make it easier. Now, while you're doing that, Tam, I just want to mention about the variations. So if you're not a smoked salmon person, then what you could easily change this to, and it's fabulous, is using 97% fat-free ham. So it'll be the same amount, 180 grams, 97% fat-free ham, diced, easy change, and that works out to be about 10.2 grams of fat. Now the other thing is, if you do like the salmon idea, you could actually use fresh salmon, which you would dice and then dry fry in a pan and let it cool a little bit to go before it goes into the sauce, and that's 15.3 grams of fat. Or if you want to get right away from that, you could actually use the skinless chicken breast, dice it raw, once again like the salmon, fry it off and toss it. So it could be chicken, pasta salad. Like you can make it what you want.
Throwing that all in there.
Yeah, so it's basically, as you know, chop it all up, chuck it in the bowl and give it a stir. Perfect.
Great. So we've got all that in the bowl now.
Now let me put that over in. I'll put that over in my soapy sink.
Do we want to get rid of the beautiful watermelon?
Let's get rid of the chopping board. You don't need that as well. You don't need that. Here's the tea towel because it gets a bit noisy on this board, on this bench.
Clank around.
There you
So
go.
we're going to sit that over there for the moment, because what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our medium-sized bowl and we're going to mix our wet ingredients. So we've got our 125 grams of the 40% fat-free Philadelphia cream cheese. Pop that in there.
Yep.
The 125 grams of low-fat cottage cheese.
This is where you're saving the fats, because often this would be using the full fat, and so there's the little tricks like the milk. It's
skim milk. Jinx, half a cup of skim milk in there as well. And then we're going to blend that with our little stick blender until it's all nice and smooth.
Now, if you're looking going, well, that's great, I haven't got a blender, like a stick. Well, I'll tell you, I Googled it, and in Kmart, they have got them on special at the moment for $8, people. I know. And I use my stick for a lot of things. So once you've got it, it's a good $8 investment. Do you use your stick very often?
I do. I whip my cream with my stick.
Oh, she whips cream. Well, we don't do cream with our healthy world, do we?
Low-fat cream.
Low-fat cream. Now, I know for a fact that, lift it up and give it a good mix in.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to take a bit of time. Tam is a big fan of my bacon, egg, potato salad. I know I hear that people say to you, bring it with you. That's out of book 6.
It's like my hero dish.
It's your hero dish. I love that. That looks great. So you can see this is a very technical dish. Basically, we've chopped up, we're blending. Now what are we going to do?
We're going to actually put all of this into our salmon.
Right.
So we'll just tip that in now that it's all nice and smooth and blended.
Beautiful. And look at that beautiful white sauce.
Yep.
And instead of just putting sour cream in, we've created magic here. And that's what we do on a Tuesday with Annette and Tam. Now, Tam and I go back for years. We used to meet up at all the different events back in the days when you used to go to events.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Pre-COVID. So long ago.
Oh my gosh. And but I'm excited. You keep going. I'll just chat here. What are you going to do?
I'm actually now going to put in the sort of more solid ingredients. So we've got the 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard.
Is it 3 or 2? No, 2. Yes.
2 tablespoons. We've got the half a cup of the continental cucumber. Diced. We've got the capsicum
chuck it
diced.
In there. Let's
throw it all in.
This is what it is you don't need many skills here with the recipes. And I'm excited for Tam to try a new salad because you love smoked salmon.
I do love smoked
salmon. I would do the ham because I'm not big on smoked salmon, but I make recipes up for everybody. And if you're wondering what other recipes I have that are using smoked salmon, I've actually got a few in there. Like if you go to book 3, in the pasta sauces for pasta, I've got a smoked salmon cream sauce, divine. In book 4, creamy smoked salmon dip, as well as a fabulous fish recipe with a smoked salmon cheese sauce over it. And book 5 has smoked salmon potato cake. So just, if you love smoked salmon, there's other options for you. You look like you're coping really well here.
Feeling good under pressure.
Oh, you're doing a great job.
And then we've got a 1/4 cup of your red onions or Spanish onions.
Now, Tam loves she used to have a show called Wine O'Clock.
The Wine O'Clock show,
The Wine O'Clock show at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And you've done so many interviews with celebrities.
Yes.
So,
have.
You must have a favourite celebrity you've interviewed. We want to know, don't we?
That's like choosing like your favourite child.
Oh, we all have a favourite.
Yeah, we do.
No, but who did you love interviewing?
Probably my favourite fun was Hamish and Andy from
Oh,
Channel
Hamish
9.
and
Yep.
Andy, they are characters, aren't
Oh
they?
my goodness, they were so good. And that interview was at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh, wow.
they were into it because they had a big press junket. So they were actually drinking wine at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
Now we're finding out all the goss. So pepper?
Dropping in the last bit, which is our pepper. So about a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to put that in there. And then we're going to mix it all together.
Yep.
Nice.
So we've got, in here we've got the cucumber, the capsicum, the onion, we've got the beautiful white sauce we made, pepper, the salmon, just mix that all in. So the idea is you're breaking up the salmon because you've chopped it and it's blending in with everything. And then the last thing you have to do, I mean, you're not even taking a sweat up here, Dale, it's that easy.
I'm just going to grab the peas though out of the microwave and drain them before we put them in.
Yeah, so out of the microwave, and because you want them cooked, and just drain them, and careful, don't want it to be hot. You okay?
Yep.
And just drain them out. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over and I'm going to just run a bit of cold water on it, just because we don't want hot peas in there, and I'll leave you with what you've got to do next.
Sure. So really, and I love this dish because it is so super quick and easy and simple, and I'm all about simple and quick and easy. I live quite a hectic lifestyle and busy, so I love a dish that we can just throw together. And this dish is great if you're looking for a salad. So it serves about 4 people as a salad, and if you want it as a side, it's about eight people for a side dish.
Yeah, so look, it depends on how you want to do it. It's great to take to parties because it's just a little bit different. Now, because of the change of the light Philadelphia, in your recipe it'll say 12.2 if you've got the book 7. It's actually now 13.4 if you want to be really exact, because it's a little bit higher in fat. So that's just that. Lord, look at this. Oh my gosh.
Good.
Just zoom in on this, Billy.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy, people? This is fabulous. Smoked salmon, pasta salad, guilt-free. Yes.
And it's just glistening. It's, falling all over that pasta beautifully.
All right, let's bung it in a nice bowl. Let's get pretty with it and serve it up.
I might just use a different.
What would you like?
Yeah,
that one?
let's do that one. You don't want
Now,
pasta
just remember
anyway.
the variations. You can change it to ham. You can have fresh salmon or chicken breast without the skin. Cook them off and bung it in. Fabulous, fabulous. Now, if you've had trouble finding shell pasta, we have the small shell pasta. We got it in Coles. Couldn't find it in Woolies, but I mean, all the other supermarkets probably have it as well. But you could put penne pasta in, or macaroni noodles would be fine. We've gone with the smoked salmon theme. The shells are looking great.
And it's great colouring too, isn't it?
Oh yes, and it is just delicious. You could put that as a side with anything and really enjoy it. Yum! Look at that.
A little garnish.
Yes, we've got a little
garnish.
Yes, a little bit of oregano out of my garden.
We just stick that in there.
Oh, well done, Tam. Boom! That's how you roll on a Tuesday with Annette. That's how easy it was. Well, thank you.
Easy.
You did great.
Thanks for having me on the show. Loved it.
Oh, you're welcome. Isn't she fabulous? And so now on Thursday, my bubba, Rachel, is coming back in. We'll be cooking together. I'm excited about that. And she'll be making her go-to recipe, chicken cottage pie. We're loving book 7 this week because why not? And then next Tuesday, I've got one of my dearest friends, Carolyn Hutchinson. She's our morning radio presenter on 92.7 Mix FM. She's fabulous. She's coming in to cook with me, so I'm excited. And we're going to be doing a dessert called Cherry Heaven. Now, once again, there's an ingredients in there that you may not be able to get, say, if you live in Victoria. So I'll be telling you all the things you need for that. So make sure you join me Thursday with Rachel, and then Tuesday with Caroline. And hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be able to go solo again. Everything's going really well. It just hurts a bit.
Yeah.
So now, if you want any more tips or recipes, you know where to go, simplytoogood.com.au. And remember, if you haven't got book 7, that recipe that you beautifully made today is on the website. So take care, everybody. And I know what we've got for lunch today. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Bye now.